This is Tegan Podliska, Module 7, Credit and Purchasing Cards. School districts usually restrict card use to certain kinds of expenses and no personal expenses. They issue cards to departments, individual employees, and have them for specific vendors. They should only be issued to full-time employees with financial management skills who have received training and are in good standing with the district. From our board policy, employees may use school district credit cards for the actual and necessary expenses incurred in the performance of work-related duties. They are maintained by the school district superintendent and transportation director for related duties. I also know our accounting clerk has one for athletic expenses in which a PO cannot be used. A good rule of thumb, if not allowable with general school funds, it is not allowable with a purchasing card. School policy dictates travel expenses and should require approval travel authorization form on file before the travel occurs. Make sure your school's procedures governing card use address the action that will be taken against a card user for usage violations. Our policy states actual and necessary expenses include, but are not limited to, fuel for school district transportation vehicles, payment of claims related to professional development, and other expenses required by employees and the board in the performance of their duties. Card custodians should store cards in a secure location. Purchases should only be made from secure internet sites, and vendor-specific cards should only be used with that vendor. This section was not addressed in our board policy. I know from personal experience you can make online purchases with the accounting clerk with prior requisition approval and when there is a PO issued. The card custodian should control distribution, track use and location, and store it in a secure location. They should also communicate rules for card usage and obtain a signed copy of a card user agreement form from all card users. They should also independently review monthly purchases as they are received. The card user should use for authorized school-related business only, never lend or share the card, review and sign the monthly billing statements, never split purchases to stay under the allowable dollar limit, and request sales and use tax not be charged. And officers using a school district credit card must submit a detailed receipt in addition to a credit card receipt indicating the date, purpose, and nature of the expense for each claim item. In exceptional circumstances, the superintendent or board may allow a claim without a proper receipt. Written documentation explaining the exceptional circumstance must be maintained. Cards should be used for authorized school-related business only. Unauthorized use is the major risk. Procedures are only useful when staff know them and follow them carefully. Card usage rules should be communicated, and a signed copy of a card user agreement form should be obtained. It is the responsibility of the superintendent to determine whether the school district credit card use is for appropriate school business. It is the responsibility of the board to determine if use by the superintendent and the board is appropriate. The superintendent is responsible for developing administrative regulations regarding actual and necessary expenses. This should include the appropriate forms to be filed.